I messed up the stream title, what the fuck? Startic. Quick question, is the Bulwark Charm a good investment to get rid of Uragan's arms and legs? Fuck no. Get a shield deco. That's the only good investment. Occupying a charm slot with guard up, you're better off playing without guard up. Personal opinion anyway. This music is so good. It's like, guys, how about we just don't start the stream and just listen to this? Like, let's not even do the stream. Let's just listen to this. Probably better content. Oh, man. Riding home. But I like the Hades version. Anyway, we gotta actually get started, shall we? So, let me just see if I can get this right, because for whatever reason, playing Shadowbringers on my PC is always a bit of a hassle. It's because of the resolutions. Because I play the game at 1440p, and then my actual thing is at 4K, and yeah, all kinds of problems. There we go. Looks like it's working fine, luckily. Just the first step of Relic, they'll explain it over next year. It's not gonna eat up much time out of your stream. Okay. We still have other things that I want to do as well, so it's fine. We're gonna start with MSQ, actually, so we'll see. Rui, these look sick. Good. Good. This is good. I'm happy. So, listen, guys. I was up until past 5 a.m. And it wasn't even because of the video that I put up earlier this morning, which, in case you guys don't know, I put up a video. You guys know that every time I finish one of the expansions, I make a video. This time it took a little bit longer because we had to play Neo in between me finishing Shadowbringers and actually putting the video. So, you know, I took a bit of time. I, you know, looked through some aspects of the story because Goldfish Brain here keeps forgetting shit. I think Hengist might actually be correct when he used to make fun of me all the time, saying that my problem is that I have early onset Alzheimer's. I don't want to make fun about it, but I do forget stuff unreasonably fast for someone who's 38 years old, so I don't know. Maybe I do. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. So I spent a considerable amount of time working on the video for the review and stuff. And, oh, you saw me awake? You were paying attention? Cosbot's keeping an eye on me. But basically what happened was, when I recorded the video initially, like right now that video is 26 minutes long. I'm looking at it on the YouTube dashboard. Right now that video is 26 minutes long. When I recorded it initially, it was 40 minutes long. And you guys were like, wow, you cut out a lot. Yes, I cut out a whole section from that video, which was about 15 minutes long. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I'm particularly passionate about that section of that video, which is a section where I talk about the moments that marked me the most throughout my journey in Final Fantasy XIV. These are like story beats, stuff that happens throughout the story that I thought, you know, it had a big impact on me. Now, I'm not going to remember all of them, but I did remember specifically 12 of them. 12 of those moments that I really, really enjoyed. And I basically talked about all of those 12 moments. And so when I was editing the video last night, I was like, you know what? I'm going to... Give me a second. The volume's a little bit too loud. It's too loud for me, not for you guys. For you guys, it should be fine. But what I was saying is that as I was editing the video last night, I was just like, dude, this thing needs to be its own video. So I separated the 15 minutes where I talk about the 12 moments that I really enjoyed. And then I added a couple of voice bits to kind of just like wrap up the other video. And crap, no, don't blow up. Okay, to wrap up the other video and add an intro to the final portion of the video. And then I just spent hours upon hours editing those moments together by actually going to the cutscenes, recording the cutscenes with my character. And so basically there's just like this massive video that I only finished editing this morning. It's a 40-minute long video where I tell you guys about the moments that I like the most, and then I actually play out the different moments. There's bits of music when I'm talking about them, and then just like transitions seamlessly into the actual tune of it. It was a pain in the ass, but I really like doing it. I know it's not gonna get any amount of views on YouTube, but I don't even care. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm throwing that one out there. Probably gonna upload it tonight. It's not rendered yet, but yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. That was pretty cool. Animaniac, thank you very much for the host. So, let's see what we got here. We're gonna advance whatever it was that we needed to do after Ruby Weapon. And then after we do this, we are going to figure out how the whole relic thing works. Well, you guys are going to tell me how the whole relic thing is going to work out. Because I can just slack. Oh man, Muse is going to play this until the end of times now. Just like grind away like a madman at all the relic weapons. Take us in there. Okay, dude, how are we gonna sort out this problem? You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time. Yeah, I destroyed the ruby weapon. Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I'll summon the others and we might be apprised of the situation.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source? A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Oh.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white auracite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will. However...
However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
So I don't get to see them back at the source yet? Aw.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Money, 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 money. I want that money. Must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Lena? Sure. We have a little time, so I'll be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. Sin Eater? I had heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It is only a single Sin Eater, a simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency and then gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Let's go for it then. Let us make for Fort Job. Ew. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. Yo, Drummer King Rules, what's up? See you later, Queen. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. I was at death's door that day after the St. Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I would have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that's no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly, it seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride an Amaro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Yulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. Seem to be missing one. Where's your helmet? My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. Won't happen again. Name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to him. Don't give up, don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the Knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. My character's like, this guy's a fucking fanatic. He's crazy. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. Whee! Looks like you guys got this well in hand.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it.
Ardbert.
So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
Okay, Mr. Zealot.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
That armor looks good as hell, dude.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already.
Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
She thirsty. She's thirsty, man, I'm telling you. And it's not for the Warrior of Darkness either. You know what they say, diamonds are a girl's best friend? Imagine a dude that's made out of diamonds. Yeah. Her mind at ease is like a father turn. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Her mind at ease, Lena is ready to return to her duties. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Alabama, this streamer right here. What the fuck? No. Sweet home Crystarium. I'm coming home to you. I'm mega sleep deprived today, guys. You gotta bear with that sleep deprivation. A little bit more sleep deprived than usual is what I'm getting at. Yeah, business. Yeah. The others were quite shocked to hear of what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing the books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Vobert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as sin eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the warriors of light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Hardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Well, what say you, Ruri? Spread the word. Then we're all of one mind on the matter. Good. Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Exidra. You have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Oh, wow. Why are you like this? Not like this. Just run around the Crystarium and call people. It's your job. Paladin gets the short end of the stick. Oh god. Okay. My controller just died. Controller, don't die. Don't make me use the Switch controller. Ruri, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I had hoped you being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test out my new medicines. Yeah, you should make a couple of people sick. That'll be better. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch's already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. Oh wow, they're both below me? Seriously? I came all this way. Oh, it's the armor lady. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenold not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. I think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. Sorry, you mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever's left unsaid, I'm all ears. But you're not one of the bunny people. That would be a much better joke if you were one of the bunny people. Oh crap, I have to like go... You can't even jump out of here, yeah. But I know how to get there. The Cabinet of Curiosity! This guy's gonna be like, oh, but I know everything there's to know about them already. Right? This can't be. Surely there's at least one book here that does not cast Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Hey, hello? Forgive me, the Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for knowledge they seek. People wish to know the truth of the flood of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light, of the Flood. How wonderful. You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Good. Although that almost sounded like a threat. Didn't that sound like a threat? The way you just said, you can be assured I'm not coming alone. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to break my legs, Al Pacino? What the fuck? So we can go to the markets for the next one, and then the other one is close by, so... Musica Universalis Markets. Down, 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 down. By the way, when you look directly into the camera now, you look like Frieza's son. I don't even know who Frieza's son is. Come to browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yulmore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits, but you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? Yeah, let's talk about the Warriors of Light. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with you returning the night to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Well, well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you be brief. With the night return, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it though, seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Warriors of Light? Yeah, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. There we go. Go faster. Ching! Oh, Alphinaud's actually over here. Okay, I gathered everybody. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Let's do this. Yeah, I only called 5 people. I don't know who the fuck all these people are. That dude's armor looks cool.
This looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we?
I don't know, Alphino, shall we?
Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
Hey, Gongaru, what's up? I trimmed it.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Maybe you should talk 'em, but then again, they'd fall asleep if it was you, huh, Warrior?
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed them.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Yeah, I did it again. And there's Ardbert.
Impossible.
You can see him too?
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may.
He hates everybody.
People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home.
What the fuck?
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
An Ascian took over his body. Goddamn Ascians.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
Looks like him, sounds like him, not him.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
That he is an Ascian.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emetzelk's failure here in the First.
Oh, não tá aqui, Miguel. Olha, mas tá aqui o carro. O carro. Sorry about that. It's evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of him. Fecha a porta. Thus evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the First.
'Tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
So I'm confused about something. I'm sure it might be explained, might not. Wouldn't Artbert's body be like fucking decomposed as shit? Dude possessed like 100-year-old corpse.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emetzelk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, What little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
So guys, I know what we gotta do. It's very simple. Listen, Urianger, get me up a nice chunk of Auracite, right? It's like a nice chunk of it. And then, yeah, we do our thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get the Auracite, I get this big-ass gunblade, beat the shit out of him, we all imbue some ether, you know, get him in the Auracite, fuck him up, boom, Bob's your uncle. That's how we just need to start dealing with Ascians like that. It's like, look, there's an Ascian, just fucking kill it. Just kill it, just put it down. Just put him down. Yeah, I know we expended that light, but we can still, like, channel some ether, or, you know. Crystal Exarch can probably tap into the power resources of the tower. He's close by. We bring him here. We're just like, done. Yeah, dude, look at all the ether this tower is producing, dude. This thing's got to be like an ether factory or some shit. You kidding me? With furrowed brow, the Crystal Exarch deliberates your next move. You did well to dispel the falsehood surrounding the Warrior of Light and their actions prior to the Flood, though I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He is an impostor, of that there is no doubt, but to the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently for the gods to deliver them from their plight, prayed that these fallen heroes might be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Ere we take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Alphino returneth soon with that most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to apprise Thancred and Rin of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it prudent we all take measures to prepare for what's to come. Beck, Lug, and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. Then I think I'd time to return to the Great Hood. I think it's time I return to the Great Hood. Till now, everything we have learned of the Ascians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I recently received word from Fanau that Heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within a katana ravel. Almet believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization, that of the Ascians perhaps. They may lead us to the truths we seek. Would you care for company? Wouldn't dream of going without you. When you are ready, make for the fan out. Almet and her sisters will be expecting us. And let us be about our tasks. Pray give my regards to the V's. Look at this, I still got a relic weapon before you. I don't care. Like, I'm not doing a race here. If I wanted to race, I would have started with the relics. Are you gonna play the remake? You're goddamn right I am, dude. I can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Remake. As soon as I'm allowed to stream that, and as soon as I get my code, because I haven't gotten the code yet, I'll start playing it. I'm gonna no-life the fuck out of that game. Well, I can decide on 2 classes, Cosbos. 2 classes. Although, you know, the good thing about this game is that I wouldn't be able to take on more than like 4 classes, right? There's 4 tanks. It's the Dark Knight, Paladin. Although I don't like the idea of the Dark Knight. I do like the idea of the Warrior, though. Warrior does seem somewhat appealing. Except if he wasn't such a circus clown with his axe, a circus juggler with his axe, then I would be like, yeah, that's cool. Motherfucker spends more time spinning that shit around than anything else. Where will there be more Neo streams before the LC? There's nothing to do in Neo right now. Like, I can literally kill anything with my axe build in like 2 or 3 swings. So there's not really anything that I want to do. I've also done my hatchets build, which I'm pretty happy with. Warriors literally have a move that is punch the thing so hard it blows up. I'm considering eventually leveling a warrior. Eventually. But first I need to get my gunbreaker fully decked out. Welcome, allies of Ronka. We have accomplished much since last you came. With the Light Warden dead and its minions dispersed, we have at last reclaimed our hunting grounds near the Raktika Falls. It was there we discovered more ruins. Although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined that the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We all were in agreement before any investigation could proceed. You should be summoned. Good. We are grateful that you did. From what you have told me, I strongly suspect that the wisdom of my comrades and I seek can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see. Then it is good that you have come, for Ronka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. And it is our duty to ensure that you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yet lies within. Come now, surely any threat sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we have faced thus far. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh, and who was it pinning for the return of our allies that we might venture into the ruins, clutching at her staff all night, wishing it were... Ooh, clutching at her staff. You promised not to tell. It's a big staff, too. That I suggest we be going. Oh, man. Remind me exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, perhaps it's better I do not know. Pray forgive their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours into the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with a curiosity that is not easily satiated. Please, you needn't apologize. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. If not for your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I have kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for the Katana Revel. Ah, the convenience of flight. What's this? Oh, this is crafting thingamabob. I'd forgotten about this one. It's really good music, this one. It is most strange that these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. Ooh. Oh, it's a duty. It's not an actual dungeon. I love how you guys said it takes about half an hour to finish the story. We're about an hour in. Seems about right with your estimates.
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
Cosbos. Yes. Sure.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast.
Looks like some kind of a Sin Eater hybrid.
Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed. Why you... Ugh.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead. As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Well, we grab the owl that's back there, put it here. When we grab it, we'll probably activate some kind of a trap, beat the crap out of that creature most likely, and then put the owl there.
Simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Ishtola.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb A hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
Predictable.
What? But I only... What is happening?
Ooh.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives! Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Can you heal your Stola? I'll beat the crap out of that thing. Just heal me. No! Oh, okay, maybe not. You trespass mortal upon sacred ground, and retribution for souls I have bound. Yet to heroes proven, learned, and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. If you would see theirs set free, answer me these riddles 3. Theft or paw, with kin do I vie, those sought apart, betterment of the whole do efforts descry. What am I? Theft of paw. It's got no paws. With kin do I vie. Those sought apart, bettermost the whole efforts descry. Man, Oppo's got paws. With kin do I vie. Those sought apart, betterment the whole efforts described. Go with this. Is the Oppo keen and shrewd, it exalts and so. But he's got paws! But he's got fucking paws! There's some Fang I travel in pack. Together we find harmony, and thus peace for our land does not lack. On my belly do I crawl, by my strength does prosperity reign within our whole. What am I? Desire thou which I yet claim, then we shall play another game. A test of mind and memory, choose wisely and you may all go free. Oh great. Twixt these talismans hide friend or foe, choose your companions well or sorrow no. Your comrades. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Cage total. Stola. Smażą. Perfect. Your comrades are assembled together at last. Yet there remains one trial that you must pass. If you had gleaned the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I would first take the measure of your worth. So we fight. One worthy of she who the Ronkins extolled must be strong of mind, body, and soul. Okay. Now they're gonna pick somebody else. Oh, okay, this one's the one I'm supposed to take. Ooh, she's got conal abilities. Well, they're all in the back now anyway, so it's gonna go ahead and slack. One of you almost didn't make it.
This and that and this!
Take this and that and this. Oh, damn.
I will not hold back.
That's pretty sweet AoE. Oh, you missed one. Alright. Well fought, hero. The trial is complete. The way is open, and thus I concede defeat. Winning.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Don't touch things.
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber. A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation. So potent was her spellcraft, though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence. Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request, which was, remember us, remember we once lived.
Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the Tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tuna long enough. Fana will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. That as well. In time, the knowledge you have gleaned will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears, of histories learned, not lived. The legend of Tiyuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries, yet it is handed from one generation to the next. As it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone. And though it too will change in time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought, so long as we are here, there are none among the V's who will not know all you have done for Norvrant. We are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels then. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. Although we learn not of the Ascians, the insights we gain into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there's a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. I guess I'm gonna hold a candle while Y'shtola meets with her former boyfriend. Well, current boyfriend, I don't know. Hey man, she's been here for a lot of years. She's got needs, you know? She's blind, but that don't matter. That's just an advantage for Runar. Rory, it is good to see you. You've arrived at the most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I'll ready a place for you. Sorry, Runar, but we haven't the... Please, I insist, it will only take a minute. My apologies, Rory. It seems our return to the Crystarium will be delayed. Perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it's rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbow from top to bottom. If you would be so kind as to go and fetch a broom from Aesgear, we might finish before Runar is done cooking. The fuck? The fuck? I ain't gonna clean your house. The fuck is this? Clean my house. It's not enough I've been called a manservant. Now I'm supposed to clean your house? Oh my god. A broom for Master Matoya? I cannot imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old, but sturdy and sure to suffice. It was bullshit. It was bullshitting me. Dude, she was bullshitting me so hard. She's like, yeah, go get me a broom. I'm gonna walk in there and Runar is gonna be porking her 6 ways from Sunday. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was so busy. Could you leave? Come back in like 10 hours? Trust Aesgear was able to find a broom for us. Well warned, good. This would prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. It's the Matoya enchantment. Do you honestly think I'd do it the old-fashioned way? That broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself. Or rather, it will be. She's gonna fail. Time to rise, to swish and sweep a tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound, until no dust is to be found. In this one particular respect, I have no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. The broom's gonna stop. My prediction was wrong. In future, I might need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining the clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, these people. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything is fine, I assure you. It's been a long day is all. I see. Y'shtola, thank goodness you're still here. Oh my. Runar is so jealous. You could see it in his eyes like, these motherfuckers. Guess I ain't getting none tonight. God damn it. Alpha, no, I thought you were following Hardbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every ilm of Norvrent in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. Yeah, we fucked up. We fucked up real bad. It remains to be seen to what end he encourages the people to become warriors of light themselves. Amarang, Yulmore, but there's no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen warrior of light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is, in all likelihood, Slitterbow. Alizé, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment is going well, but progress is slow and exhausting for all of us. The best thing I can do now is let them rest. So I believe we are about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the local trusts. The best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Rin are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Rin believeth one may lurk beneath the boughs of woven oath. And that is where we will start our search. Master Matoya! A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. They're gonna be all the more susceptible to the Warrior of Light because of the fact that Y'shtola is leaving. Yeah. Yeah. I love how Kegrin just called me a bad tank. I'm a bad tank, huh? Okay. Okay, so where is Thancred? God, that's an ugly thing. See, this is a beautiful mount. Look at you. What the hell's that? Ugly. Ran too many dungeons with you already. Tired of carrying your lousy ass. Did he get to it already?
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Eater friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were indeed, and we've made a certain amount of progress. So we thought we might see how the rest of the world was getting on. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
quarry has come.
It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it? But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks. Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
There is no Seto. Thought you were supposed to be good at this. Silver-tongued Elidibus.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive.
That's not Elidibus.
Yes,
it is. Never mind.
Elidibus.
His voice sounds
Through
different.
your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable, but I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I, nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Why don't we just kill him? Just put him down. Just shoot him in the face. Do something. Damn. Some friggin' Oracite.
We have confirmed the identity of our foe, at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmet Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmet Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
As long as it don't make me do any more chores.
Keep that up and I'll send you to bed without supper.
What?
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
Send me to bed without supper. So long as you're right next to me lying naked, it's all good. Okay, yeah. Alphino is right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Hondo. We should speak with Tolsh Ath first. As chieftain, he is doubtlessly privy to a great many secrets. Da, 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 da. Take a quick bio, be right back. I'm back. Alrighty. I have sent for no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us. Very much so. Gonna get some voice acting out of you? Doubt it. Ruins your kind have yet to explore, I see. I know of one such place. Alas, under these circumstances, I'm afraid we can spare no one to guide you there. What circumstances are these? Sounds a lot like chores. Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of Miniru liver. They must be replenished with haste. Benthos, a particularly violent tribe of Onto, I recall. Band of bottom feeders. We lost much in the flood, but while others work to rebuild, they resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it, when they prey upon your kind, but do not be fooled, they care not who they harm. Would that we had the warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they have stolen from us, but there is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers for you. Seems fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are in part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends by the changing climes. One good turn and all that. Thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to help. Reclaiming the stores that ends, then. We would be grateful beyond words if you did. The Benthos have certainly taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor, but be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders. Then we will have care not to draw their attention, shall we? I'm gonna spear me some bitches myself. I'm just gonna fly my dragon underwater. Because why not? In a bubble of air underwater. Yeah, I'm gonna take these. Far cry from the memorable mineral liver. Okay, so it's not this. Box of filled with assorted vegetables. Liver is not a vegetable. I mean, you say that. Did you find it, Tancred? How about in here? Bulbous bag. You guys hid the livers in here, didn't ya? Prodded with a vile stench, you conclude these bags are bursting with livers. Brilliant. Are those them? Yep. Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems the Bentos have been raiding Collusion storehouses as well as those of the Hondo. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat. But we can discuss this after we see the livers safely back to Tolzath. It wouldn't do to keep him in suspense. You know what? I'm lazy. Let's go, Rathalos. I'm lazy. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. I'm relieved to see you so unspeared. Here's your livers. Your livers. Your livers. Now cough up the intel, or I bust up your fishy kneecaps. Precious livers, I knew you would not fail. We also found all manner of foodstuffs from Kalusia in the Flounder's floor. Tell me, Tolzath, does that seem odd to you? It is brazen, to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors I've heard recently concerning rash thefts from Collusion warehouses. The perpetrators enter the dead of night and are gone before anyone has realized what happened. The Ulmoran army has been investigating, but thus far to no avail. Perhaps the reason they have struggled so is that their quarry is of the sea. True question is, then, what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without further delay, we cannot allow the Bentos to carry on as they are. We kill them all. If I may, I believe that the ruins are, in fact, the key to the Bentos' plans. Is that so? These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are a recent discovery. We have seen signs that the Bentos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of the knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it is clear that their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young and food for both queen and hatchlings to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. In the normal circumstances perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There is only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army and with it take revenge upon the Finless. It is not a surprise. They came to us not long ago, seeking allies for the cause. We rebuff them, of course. The suffering of others will not serve as balm to their own. Their queen, however, desires only bloodshed and will gladly send her children to die in our stead. They are planning to wage war. That changes matters considerably. Indeed. I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I'd rather not risk your people in the attempt. If we travel through the illuminated land, is there a way we might identify the ruins ourselves? Yes, once you reach its depths, go deeper still, you'll see a monstrous structure upon the sea floor. That you have come to us now is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers, those who seek to use their magnificent creations with vile purpose. I have no doubt that they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid that the dead do not speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall try not to disappoint. For we seek lieth deeper still. Beyond Amarant, I would call upon the assistance of another. Let's get Bismarck in this bitch. Let's get Bismarck in this biatch. Though our course hath been decided, to pursue it means we must beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to Solon, that we may seek an audience with him once more. Sure. You mean unable to teleport? You will teleport now. Because I said so. Although I don't know which one is the closest. To be honest, the closest would be travel, turn, and then use the crystal to teleport outside. Well, everybody needs to stop doing relics so that I can do my quests.
By the way, guys, you said half an hour. 2 hours.
Not complaining. Just think it's fun, the different perception that you guys have of the patch sizes. Oh, that's been the ploy all along. Muse and Cosbos have been harassing me to play this game so that I would read the quests for them, and that way they don't need to pay attention. They just watch the stream. It's like, ah, that's what the story was. Cool beans. Swoosh. Hello, Riange. Call upon your Bismarck friend. From here we press onward to the Isle of Ken. I myself shall proceed on foot. You perfected your technique then. Just so, the water will be as glass beneath my feet and provideth purchase fragile yet true. Watch closely. Oriange is Jesus. Oh, I certainly shall. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming technique? It would be a pity if you drowned, truly. Oh, hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant. Oh, yeah. He's done it! Incredible. He's fucking Jesus. Look at him. What the fuck? Oops. You lost your concentration. Dumbass. You okay there, buddy? Mine apologies, the technique requireth the purest of focus, and mine 'twas lacking. To perfect this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Fuath, and with their aid, mine efforts finally met with success, albeit on a single occasion. I know not why I cannot repeat it. Thought I saw you waver a bit towards the end there. Perhaps you're simply tired. Tancred. Tancred was the one that was in worse state, and I think Urianger as well. It's nothing to worry about, only a dizzy spell, though it may not be wise to go for another swim just now. Oh, is it Tancred Nishtol? I forget. Thankfully, we have an alternative, a wonderful little invention, I'm certain you'll agree. It's called a boat. It's called a boat. I'll petition Bismarck's aid in our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than mine experimental magics. Do, 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 do. You speak with the voice of the king, little neighbors. I will not deny you. As before, you seek what sleeps beneath the sea. I will be your guide. Thy kindness is as boundless as the depths, serene one. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Remove them, and I will take you below. With all haste shall it be done. So, did he agree? Aye, though I agreed to a favor in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck had asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, the one must needs dive beneath the surface to do, though. Even if I could master the power to walk upon it, it would avail me not. Heaven's sake, is that all? Bree and I are more than capable of that. With Kojin's blessing, we'll have done it in moments, and better than that, standing here listening to this nonsense. I'll take the right, you take the left. Now go. Well, yes, ma'am. I am in your debt. Goddamn right you are. Like, you know how people say you owe me one? Orion J, you owe me like 50 by now. Tenacious barnacle. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay. Much better, thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago another did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose this spot for my slumber, he came and made a home in my back. Ken was his name. When I grew itchy, I stirred, but he was not afraid. No, he asked me what was wrong. Told him of the creatures clinging to my belly, and he dove into the water. He helped me. He was my friend. Told me he wished to live in peace away from his people and their wars. This I understood. Treasured our time together, brief though it was. Brief it always is, but I remember him, and how he laughed when we flew. I remember when he slept. I too slept that day and many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs, and together we fly. And I am here. I am awake. It feels good to speak and to be heard again. A shame others cannot understand me. If thou art willing to learn, I would gladly teach thee the language of man. Thank you, little friend, but it is time I grant you your request. But first, I will take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I would not have you struck by errant debris. Hold on to your hats! So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history, like so many grains of sand. Might I have some explanation of what he just said, or shall we just stand about making vague, mysterious allusions? While he maketh ready to deliver us on to our destination, Bismarck bade us wait for him on the shore of Kalusia. That's all. I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing on the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest with you anon. Uh-oh. Fine, later then. Bismarck requires time to prepare. Might I suggest a short respite for Urianger and Thancred in particular? I require no such thing. I am the picture of perfect health. Mine was but a momentary lapse in concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself so. Please rest. For me? He's giving him the puppy eyes. Alright, if you insist. You two, you've been running yourself ragged. But I feel fine. Just go quietly, Rory. Trust me. In that case, I'll leave the old man in your care. The rest of us will meet you at Split Hull anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she struck a nerve, she remembers. By the gods, she remembers. In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Solon that's better for it than most. Come with me. May as well have a seat. We wouldn't want our elderly knees to give out. To hear her speak, you'd think I'm on my deathbed. By the 12, I wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance bellies thy words, Master Thancred. Belies thy words. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Let the record show that I am here under protest. Though I can't say I mind the view. And if the abundance of anglers is any indication, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we try our hands at it? Help! Someone! Quickly! It's Nightshade. He was attacked on the road from the Crystarium. Barely escaped with me life. Suppose we might have predicted this. You mean you'll help for free? Thank you. I recall correctly, Nightshade's a local band of outlaws. I doubt they'll trouble us over much, no more than they already have by interrupting our relaxation at any rate. What the hell? It is laggy, Jesus. These two have matters well in hand by the look of it. I'll not forget this kindness, may we meet again. Hey, fellow. Doing good. Is that you, sir? Don't tell me you just deprived that poor fellow of the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We had no idea you were in the area. Fancy us meeting again so soon, eh? I believe I even recognize your companion. Ah, yes, from the infirmary. You had a message for the Crystal Exarch, did you not? It's good to see you back on your feet, and on patrol, no less. It's nothing as official as that. Strictly speaking, we're off duty, but as we had a free moment, we thought we'd give a few of the less traveled roads a look. Guard doesn't have enough hands to patrol them regularly, you see. It's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty, in Lakeland or beyond. Well, we've been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. It feels like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. It's all about having the will to help your fellow man, to resolve to see it through. They're giving us the Warrior of Light speech. I remember you, the excitable one. Sorry, sir, I got a bit overexcited the other day. I couldn't get my words out. Name's Vonard, sir. I'm with the Guard. I don't just want to protect Lakeland, I want to protect the lot, just like the Warriors of Light. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our own little corner of Norvrant. What we'd really like to do is travel to better ourselves and go where the need is greatest. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, if we can stop Nightshade from robbing the odd fisherman, then that's what we'll do. Oh well, future heroes of the first, do you think? They want not for spirit, 'tis but a pity they draw inspiration from so clouded a wellspring. Yet it avail us not to fret in idleness, we must needs press on if we are to bring Elidibus' schemes to light. A whale's tale. Bum, 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 bum. Thus reminded of the urgency of your investigation, Urianger would press on. Though our respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves of such knowledge as the ruins may hold. Aye, and I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus' machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for the split hole now. Alrighty. It's time. Pray, make ready. Anamnesis Anyder now accessible. Oh, it's a dungeon. Alrighty. I might not be able to do Relic today after all. Half an hour, you guys said. True story. Let's go with Orange. No, Alpha, no.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
Yeah, we'll take Alizé, Y'shtola. Wait, we can take her. Then Alizé, gonna stay behind.
Here we go.
Let's go. Just gonna start AoEing with Reckless Abandon. Although I shouldn't, there's only 2 targets. Drench Wobble. I should actually tank these like this. Considering that they do AoEs in the back. They have but AoEs. It's a pretty interesting way of doing a dungeon. That's a big boy. I didn't even get to finish my combo. Third lies, I give you my breath. Thank you very much, Bismarck. He's a nice guy. Oh, straight into a boss fight. It's an ugly looking unknown thing. Damn it, no, a little bit closer. There we go. Okay. Oh no, it just takes a little bit longer to do.
Now I've got you.
It looks like it'll hurt. Hurt. Weirdness. Yeah, increase its damage. This dude is called Catharsis. Why? Why are you doing that raid again, Muse? You doing your weekly raids or some shit? Actually, isn't it daily? Oh, it's roulettes. Oof. Poetics? You mean this currency? What are you spending it on? Oh, you need them for the relics? Good. Good, because I haven't spent mine in a good long while. Music almost sounds like some Mario Superstar thing. Yeah. Come on and jump up, superstar. Na, 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 na. I can get 2 relics. I only need to get 1, but I guess I can get the Paladin one as well. My paladin's not too far away from level 80.
Now I've got you.
Second boss. Oh wow. It's pretty big. Ooh, that looks like... Oh, shit. Okay. That's an AoE. Dude, I'm so gonna just fucking eat the tank buster when it comes.
Here we go.
I will not hold back.
Oh, okay, that just tells you which one he's gonna do first. Wait, I know this one.
Protect.
He's not a Cyclops, he's a Kyclops. Yeah, don't give me any fending gear or anything like that, game. Don't worry about it. And my kids are beating each other into a pulp. Good. I'll put them in the arena soon enough. look like I can stop it.
Now I've got you. I'll show you.
Crap. I got a bunch of them. Oh shit. That's a thick boy. Would be cool if you could damage them by smashing them into each other. Though it might be a smidge overpowered. I mean, not too much, it's a smidge. Sumber is higher than B tier. Is he a high C? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Oh, you mean tier of like fighters? It's Master Roshi. His blue balls have gotten so big that they covered his entire body. Merciless Matriarch Ruxdeem. Now that definitely sounds like a tank buster if I've ever seen one. Oof. You sick bitch. Sorry, Ren. Orianger, get your fucking shit together. Oh shit, okay. Now I got a fucking bone stack. Ooh, the bone breaker. I felt that one. This is not good. Mother. Oh. As long as the cooldowns last. Just tank this shit with 3 bone stacks. Fuck it. Goddamn TV. Dude, I was running the second that thing was over. Those bone breakers are hitting so goddamn hard. I'm ashamed of this. Like, I'm legitimately ashamed of what is happening right now. What the? I did not get the mechanics of that. Man, my voice is going. I did not get the mechanics of that at all. Well, but what is the mechanic? It's like most of the mechanics in the game are fairly intuitive. Okay, Muse, fuck you too. Okay, Boomer. Yeah, the problem is the order. Like, I get the hands are always going to go towards you. Oh, some of those hands were facing away?
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
Thank you for joining us at the Anyder in these most perilous of times. By the summoning of Zodiarch have we been granted a reprieve, yet immutable as the laws he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Nay, should we continue down this path, our fate will be the same. I said as much to the convocation, of course, but the stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings. This is the summoning of Hydaelyn. I had hoped that the defector at least would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. Whether tend your thoughts, Venat, where you lead, where we'll follow. I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even should it mean... If so, I see no reason to demur. I assume it meant even if it means putting us into conflict with the other ones. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever after keep the darkness in check. Hydaelyn.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Selk never uttered the name, speak though he did of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Venat, please, why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, I would sooner it were another, any other. You are our leader, none can take your place. You know as well as I that but a few support our cause, far fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance of opposing him, I am the only one who might suffice as her heart. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I take shall ever remain my choice. Then I will press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the convocation felt about Elidibus?
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
Seven hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Whoever took the name Elidibus is actually not Elidibus? The device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetheryte. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. No response, confound it. Let me try. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perceptible glow that it doth no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get it to work again, we'll be leaving with more questions than we've answered. The white-robed emissary hath ever named himself Elidibus. Yet, if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be ere even the sundering came to pass. This called to mind a truth that Selk did once reveal in passing, that the names by which we know our foes are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather, they are titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit, at such time as the role became vacant. Perchance the Elidibus at Zodiac's heart and the emissary to whom we are acquainted be not the one and same, but predecessor and successor. It's Elidibus' son. Well, not son, but... It's possible, as the previous Elidibus perished before the final days, the one we know now could still be a survivor of the Sundering. And yet, something in that explanation rings false. I'll remain for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here, I can feel it. In matters of atheurology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. You may now enter Anamnesis Anyder with a party of NPC avatar. Oh yeah, this is the trust thing. Oriange presumably has some idea as to what you might usefully do while Y'shtola pursues her investigations in the Anamnesis Anyder. Can we but uncover Elidibus' true origins, we may yet come to understand his designs. To that end, Y'shtola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things are within our control, yes. Speaking to which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news of his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear of our own discoveries as well, such as they are. Yeah, I'm gonna troll Cosbos and Muse until the end of days.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time. But a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people. Strong and silent, just as a hero should be. You let your actions speak for you, and we mean to do the same. We might have our sky back, but there are still people who need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day, even warriors of light.
My character is... whatever.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
Meteors? No. Whoa.
What's happening to the sky?
Indeed, meteors.
Wicked light. Oh no.
By the 12.
A star shower.
What the fuck?
I hear a voice.
All of them?
You and all. And why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think?
Everybody's getting the echo? What the fuck?
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back! What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
If everyone's a warrior of light, then no one is a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, the hero.
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony. But a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. a whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto. Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the Echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
She's not his foe.
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand, but that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. He is gone then? Managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I'm sorry to say they have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well, whatever Elidibus's plans for them might be. The pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, not after having been blessed with the Echo, and it's not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth, warriors of light. Ardbert, yourself most of all. You know what I was just reminded of? Emmett Selk said, Zodiark is a primal, and Hydaelyn is a primal. And if you remember back to when we first fight Ifrit, I think it's Ifrit, I'm not sure, it might be somebody else. And I don't know if it was Ifrit or some other one. He tried claiming us and he said, your soul already belongs to another. So technically speaking, the reason why we're immune to tempering is because we're already tempered to Hydaelyn. we arch-tempered. I quite agree, though the impetus for their sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women in whose footsteps they would follow are heroes in truth. By the way, it's really dark. I need to turn on the light. So I'd ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amaro launch, but you should still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, Roban took the time to usher you out into the wider world many moons ago. I think that comparison rather flatters Thieler and Vonard, but the point still stands. They would doubtlessly be greatly encouraged were the Warrior of Darkness himself see them off. If thou art willing, I pray thee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Anamnesis to us. I should just use this. Amaro launch, please. You again, I mean, it's you, sir. Sorry, it's been funny all day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart. What words? I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down. So long as it helps someone, we'll do what needs doing out there, no matter how small. And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You see if we aren't. Well, what are you waiting for? Get out there. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you. And we're nowhere closer to getting your souls back to the source. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. You can't seem to keep your fucking realm in good state, Crystal Exarch. What the fuck, Graha? While your findings in Anamnesis Anyder do raise important questions as to the identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design, nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason we must needs trust to Y'shtola's ingenuity and wait for her efforts to revive the Ancient's device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience, it seems worth the attempt. Then I'll come with you, safety in numbers. In combat, perhaps, but where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you need not worry. Alright, then I look forward to your return. And it sounds like the rest of us should avoid anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements, insofar as it's possible. I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium. Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles of underpinning memory transference, and I believe nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly. There are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test. Indeed, though it may take some time yet, we are well on our way to a solution. Please look forward to it, and I shall not rest until one is found. Though we're all grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needst not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I would gladly offer mine assistance. But I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure that the Crystarium continues to run smoothly in spite of certain disruptions. Perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty. Back to the source with me. Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of the recent past, I will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans in disarray, at which time your services will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. We're about to hit that meanwhile phase. Yeah, you guys were real funny. You guys are real funny. Fucking liars. Pleasure as always, Master Khan. I am relieved to see you were unharmed in the earlier commotion. Though if I may, you do look somewhat weary. I presume you'll be retiring to your suite. Very good. Do let me know if there's anything you require. A new Eden quest is now available from Yalfurt and Mortsu. Wait, what? You guys told me I was caught up on the raid. Who sleeps in armor? Mr. Khan, it's Glinard from the Wandering Stairs. I apologize for calling so late. A friend of yours was asking after you. You may remember them from that business with the cardinal virtues. Well met, sinner. I was looking forward to a welcome respite here in the Crystarium, but the mood here is not exactly conducive to relaxation, as I'm sure you've noticed. I'd wager you know more about what's going on here than anyone else in this city. Care to share? Can't say that I envy your prey. Dark work, this twisting of the Warrior of Light's legacy. Reminds me of what became of old Dikaosne, though this Ascian of yours is a fair bit more chatty. Tempted to silence him myself. Brandon made his mistakes, I'm sure they all did, but the past is the past. They've earned their rest. I'll see that they have their peace. What, you want me to leave it to you? Right, I'm not the only one carrying all the weight. Very well, but only because you ask. Remember, if you ever need me, just say the word and I'll be there.
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
dream again.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the
Acai.
details?
Acai.
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days.
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
Someone possessed acai. Is it over? It is! We finished the MSQ! Man, those 30 minutes felt like fucking 4 hours for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. "30 minutes. Anyway, I'm actually kind of late because due to the fact that some people told me that it was going to take 30 minutes to do this, I told my wife I might finish the stream early today. Instead, I'm finishing the stream late. So I'm going to get a bashing. So appreciate that. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. I guess I have to save the relic for later. I might stream later tonight because I'm not going to edit any videos. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out. We're all caught up now. We can talk about theories when I come back. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.